Sports View London boxing news from the capital city here with Barry McGuigan. Barry just had the first press conference to announce Carl fight with Scott Quigg. How happy are you to finally get this over the line?
Delighted. We've, it's a fight that we have wanted for probably 4 or 5 years, and it didn't happen for a number of reasons. Now it's happened. I'm glad it's not like the Mayweather-Pacquiao thing that happens in the twilight of both of their careers and didn't sort of live up to expectation. I believe this fight's happening right at the right time for both of these guys. If either of them lose, they're young enough to bounce back, and it will be a fantastic occasion, but there's only one winner. Carl Frampton will win that fight and will win it in style.
Does it surprise you on some level? I know we all have confidence, both camps have confidence about what fighter's going to do what, but the way they think they're going to stop Carl early in the fight.
I hope so. I mean, that's great. I mean, those things are, we've seen it a million times, 100 million times in the past. People saying things and then not being able to do it. Talk is cheap, and we can talk and say this and say that and whatever. I'm 100% convinced that Carl Frampton will win this fight, and he will either win it by a completely or comprehensive points decision, or he will destroy the guy, depending on what way the fight opens up. And we're not talking about tactics, we're not going to talk about them, we'll keep them closely guarded. But I know, if you look at both fighters and look at their past results and look at their qualities, Carl Frampton will win this fight and will win it convincingly. I know it.
How happy are you, Barry, as Carl's manager, that you bring the casual element now on board in this fight? As you say, 2 small fighters in the super bantamweight division in the biggest fight that we'll see for a long time on these
It's the biggest super bantamweight fight in Europe, in Russia, and you bring in Europe, you bring in Russia, you bring in everything this side of America. I don't know that there's been a bigger fight in the history of the super bantamweight division. Certainly in these small islands, it's by far and away the biggest fight, and the anticipation and everything else. I know that the interest in the fight, as far as the MEN Arena, whatever it's called, the SS, whatever, they've said the interest has been unbelievable, unprecedented, not just from boxing, but any other event. So, we were right to keep it until now. The guys are still young enough to bounce back if either of them lose, and it's a fantastic event. It's a fantastic event, but reinforced, Frampton will win, and will win spectacularly.
Barry, quote from you to matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn on the head table there. I promise you now, this will be like Belfast come fight night.
Well, you've been in Belfast, Simon, and when is Scott Quigg, with the greatest of respect to the kid, when has he ever drawn more than 1,200 people? I was in Bury when he fought Monroe. The place, there was probably 600 or 700 people at the venue. That's his hometown. Frampton brings the gravitas. He put 16,000 people. You were there the night he won the title against Kiko. He packs out the arena. The arena's not big enough. The reason we're here is because there isn't an arena in Ireland that can hold this fight. And the thing about it is, if we go to Manchester, think of how as the crow flies from Belfast to Manchester or to London, it's more expensive, it's longer, it's a couple of days out of your diary, and it's a complete weekend. Whereas Manchester's 160 miles, and the ferries there to Liverpool. You can go into Stranraer, you can come down. There's so many ways that people can be there at that fight. It will feel like Belfast, and our fans make 3 times the noise that the English fans make. So just you wait and see. I know I'll be right on both accounts. We'll have it feeling and sounding like Belfast, and Carl will win, and win emphatically.
Barry McGuigan, thank you for your time. Much appreciated. Thanks a lot, Barry.